100 of our readers took part in this online survey in October this year. I'll just give you some sort of background facts. 40% of those were operators, 34% were vendors, while the remainder were from other interested third parties, including analysts, and 63% of respondents came from Europe. More than 7 in 10 are yet to deploy either SDN or NFV in their networks. Now, overall, operators are convinced of the upsides, such as creating a more flexible network and getting services to market more quickly, but it really sort of wasn't the point of the survey. As I mentioned, we want to kind of go beyond the hype and find out what operators are concerned about. So we asked, what would you say are the biggest challenges to implementing SDN and NFV currently? Perhaps unsurprisingly, the majority said the integration with existing legacy infrastructure and technology was the main challenge. No real surprise there. But one thing we sort of really found quite interesting was the whole workforce issue. 46% cited a lack of skills within, and remember this is just operators only. This came ahead of lack of understanding of the tech, which is kind of obviously linked to that, a cultural change needed within the operator, and then some other topics such as the inability to ascertain an ROI or vendor offerings or other more strategic important goals. We're going to sort of focus first of all on the lack of skills part. So we call this Workforce Worries 1. So we asked, do you feel your workforce has the correct skills currently in order to deploy and successfully manage SDN NFV? I mean, the figures are quite stark. 71% of operators said no. So we then asked, do you expect to have to hire new staff in order to deploy and successfully manage SDN and NFV? 48% said yes. So again, a huge number of operators expecting to have to hire new people to implement these two new technologies. Continuing the theme, we said, do you expect the introduction of SDN and NFV to lead to job losses from your existing workforce? 50% said minor job losses, 4% said significant job losses. So overall, the majority, again, are expecting job losses from their existing workforce as a result of implementing these two technologies. So again, the idea here is to sort of show what an impact this is going to have. Yes, there are going to be some wonderful benefits to implementing these. The operators have agreed with that. But some of the key things, particularly around the workforce, are going to make some huge changes. So lack of skills, they're going to be hiring new staff, but also going to be reducing their staff as well. But it's not just about the workforce. Obviously, one of the big benefits of SDN is proposed to be that it leads to a fall in costs. We asked, are you convinced that implementing SDN and NFV will lead to a fall in infrastructure, OPEX and CAPEX? Understandably, perhaps, the majority said yes, but 43% said no. I think a key fact for the vendors, particularly to take on board, one of the key benefits, as we said, that they put forward is that it will reduce costs. Operators are skeptical of this, and again, this is one of the topics we're going to be exploring throughout the morning. But one respondent to our survey said, money just moves to a different node in the network. If truly implemented as touted, it's going to be more expensive, not less. So we've done workforce, we've done money. What about the performance? We asked, how concerned are you that introducing SDN and NFV will hinder the performance that you offer end users? 61% somewhat concerned, 14% very concerned. Again, this is just operators only. So again, vast majority of operators are worried that this introduction will hinder performance that they offer end users. Again, something really for the whole ecosystem to think about. Just 25% are not concerned. But perhaps hope springs eternal. As we said, they are convinced of a lot of things. We asked them, are you convinced that implementing SDN and NFV would lead to new revenue streams? 70% said yes. And where are which of those business areas do they see new revenue streams coming from initially? Again, no surprising, everybody knows this. The enterprise, by far and away, the most popular choice. We've seen this already with some of the implementations within data centers at operators.